Rich people who had toxic family. What's your story?
My name is Alex Thompson, and I was the second child in a family of 4 kids. Growing up, I was always the one who seemed to get the short end of the stick. My parents, for reasons I could never fully understand, favored my older brother and younger siblings. I was often left out, ignored, and even blamed for things I didn't do. But instead of letting it break me, I used it as fuel to drive myself forward. From a young age, I developed a passion for technology. I would spend hours in the library after school, teaching myself to code. My parents never saw the value in it and often criticized me for wasting time when I could be helping around the house or doing something more productive. Yet, I persevered, and by the time I was 18, I had a full scholarship to study computer science at a prestigious university. While in college, I worked hard, balancing multiple jobs and studying late into the night. I created a startup with a few friends, and it quickly took off. By the time I graduated, we had sold our company for millions. I invested my share wisely and started another venture that grew even more successful. Life was good, and I had finally made it on my own terms. My family, however, didn't change much. They never acknowledged my achievements or offered any support. It was as if they couldn't stand to see me succeed. Then, something shifted when I bought my first mansion in an upscale neighborhood. Suddenly, my parents and siblings started to take an interest in my life. At first, it was subtle. They would call more often, asking how I was doing and reminiscing about the good old days. But it quickly escalated. They began dropping hints about financial troubles and how they wished they could afford to live in a nicer place. The final straw came when they showed up at my doorstep, suitcases in hand, expecting to move in with me. I couldn't believe their audacity. After a lifetime of neglect and mistreatment, they thought they could waltz into my home and enjoy the fruits of my labor. I tried to be diplomatic, explaining that I couldn't accommodate them. But they wouldn't listen. They insisted that as family, they had a right to be with me and share in my success. It was then that I realized I had no choice but to call 911. It was the hardest decision I've ever made, but I knew I had to protect myself and my home. When the police arrived, I explained the situation. They were sympathetic and helped escort my family off the property. The fallout was intense. My parents and siblings accused me of betrayal, spreading lies about how I had changed and become selfish. But I knew the truth. I had worked tirelessly to build a life for myself, and I wasn't about to let anyone take that away from me, not even my own family. In the end, I had to cut ties with them for my own sanity and peace. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. I've since surrounded myself with friends who genuinely care about me and support my goals. I continue to work hard and give back to the community, finding fulfillment in ways my family never could. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the people closest to you can be the most toxic.